Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gorilla Zara and Bob. I'm Zara.
And I'm Bob. Good to have you here again.
So, today we're doing something a little different. No big grammar rules, no complicated structures. Today, we just talk.
Which is our favorite thing to do anyway.
Today, we're talking about our daily routine. What a normal day looks like for two gorillas who live in the jungle and somehow ended up teaching English.
Somehow, yes, very mysterious how that happened.
And while we talk, you listen, you absorb, you pick up natural English phrases for talking about your own daily routine without even trying. That's how we learned English too, just by listening to real conversations.
So, think of this as a real conversation, because it is.
Before we start, our question for today. Are you a morning person or a night person? Write in the comments, I'm a morning person because, or I'm a night person because. Just one sentence. We read every single one.
Every single one. And I already know which one I am.
We all know, Bob.
Night person, deeply, unapologetically night person.
And I am the complete opposite, so this should be interesting. Okay, let's start from the very beginning of the day. Bob, what time do you usually wake up?
Okay, so I want to be honest here. I don't believe in alarm clocks. I never have. I wake up naturally when my body is ready, when the sun has been up long enough to be respectful about it.
When my body is ready. Very natural way to talk about waking up without an alarm. Instead of just, I wake up at 9, you can say, I wake up naturally around 9, or I wake up when my body is ready. It sounds relaxed and real.
This morning, for example, by the time I got up, Zara had already been awake for hours. She told me she'd already taken a walk, had breakfast, and was just sitting there waiting.
I wasn't waiting. I was enjoying the morning.
She was waiting.
By the time. This is such a useful phrase. It means when one thing happens, another thing is already finished. By the time I arrived, the tourists had already left. By the time Bob woke up, I'd already had 2 coconuts. Very common in natural English. Use it.
We actually wanted to start recording this morning, early. Zara's idea.
I thought it would be nice. Morning light, fresh air.
I showed up an hour late, still half asleep, sat down on my rock and just stared into the distance for a while.
He didn't say a single word for 10 minutes.
I was collecting my thoughts.
You were sleeping with your eyes open.
I was collecting my thoughts.
So we decided to wait. And here we are. Midday, much better.
Midday is when I become a real functioning gorilla. Before that, I exist, but I don't really participate.
First thing I do is a great phrase for talking about your morning. First thing I do is make coffee. First thing I do is check my phone. It sounds natural and confident. Bob, what's the first thing you do when you actually wake up properly?
Honestly, I sit still for about 10 minutes, outside, just listening to the jungle, the birds, the wind in the trees, the sound of the river. It's my favorite part of the morning, that quiet moment before everything gets loud.
That's actually really beautiful.
Don't tell anyone. I have a reputation.
What reputation?
Of being mysterious and unbothered.
My morning is very different. I tend to wake up just before sunrise, before the jungle gets loud. I take a short walk along the river. I have something to eat, and then I just sit and listen. It's my favorite time of day, when everything is still and calm, and the mist is sitting between the trees.
She talks about this mist every single day.
Because it's beautiful.
It's fog, Zara. It's just fog with good branding.
I tend to. We introduced this phrase last episode. It shows your habit, your natural pattern. I tend to wake up early. I tend to skip breakfast when I'm busy. It makes your English sound natural immediately. Not a rule, just what usually happens.
Breakfast. Can we talk about breakfast?
Go ahead.
I'm a simple gorilla. I don't overthink food. Bananas, maybe some berries, maybe a mango if I'm feeling adventurous. Last week, a tourist dropped a granola bar near my rock. I spent about 40 minutes trying to open it.
40 minutes.
The wrapper was very complicated. Whoever designed that wrapper made some very questionable decisions.
Did you ever open it?
Eventually, yes. And it wasn't even that good.
I'm not much of a breakfast person. This is a phrase you'll hear native speakers say often. It means breakfast is not very important to me. I don't usually eat much in the morning. I'm not much of a morning person. She's not much of a coffee drinker. It's a soft, natural way to say something is just not your thing.
I am a breakfast person, just a slow one. I need time to warm up to the idea of food.
Okay, so the most interesting part of our day is when the tourists arrive. That's when everything changes.
That's our classroom, right out there.
Every day without fail, they arrive. Groups, couples, families, solo travelers, and they just talk about everything. Their jobs, their relationships, their plans, their worries.
Without fail. This means every time, always, never missing. The tourists arrive every morning without fail. She calls her sister every Sunday without fail. Very useful phrase.
The morning tourists are usually excited, loud. They take a lot of photos, they speak fast, they use a lot of exclamations.
Oh my God, it's a gorilla! Oh my God, it looked at me! Oh my God, it's so big!
Yes, exactly like that.
I've heard, "Oh my God," approximately 40,000 times in my life.
The afternoon tourists are different, though. They've been walking all day. They're tired. They sit down, they slow down, they talk more quietly and more honestly.
Those are my favorite. Last week, a couple sat near my rock for almost 2 hours. They talked about their relationship, their dreams. One of them said to the other, "You always sell yourself short." And I didn't know that phrase yet, but I felt it immediately. Something about not believing in yourself enough.
To sell yourself short, it means to underestimate yourself, to not give yourself enough credit for what you can do. Don't sell yourself short. Your English is better than you think. She always sells herself short in job interviews. Incredibly useful phrase, especially if you're someone who thinks their English isn't good enough yet.
Don't sell yourself short, listeners. Seriously.
That was genuinely good, Bob.
I have my moments.
There's also that one tourist who comes almost every week. Tall, red jacket, always on the phone.
Yes, him.
He always stands right in front of us and says, "Do you think they actually understand what we're saying?"
Every time, without fail.
And we just sit there.
One day I'm going to answer him. One day.
Okay, so after the tourists leave, I usually take some time to go through everything I heard. New words, new phrases, new expressions. I kind of review my mental notes. I let everything sink in.
She has a whole system.
I like to be organized. I sort words by topic in my head.
I do the opposite. No system, no categories. I just let things sit, and somehow they stay.
Two very different approaches, and both work. Let it sink in. This means allow information to be absorbed slowly and naturally, without forcing it. Read the chapter once and just let it sink in. Don't rush. Give yourself time to let it sink in. Beautiful phrase for talking about learning.
The evening is when I come alive. Completely different gorilla after 8 p.m. My brain switches on. I start connecting everything I heard during the day. I think about words and what they really mean.
He's actually very thoughtful in the evenings.
Yesterday evening, I was thinking about burned out. One of the tourists used it. I'm completely burned out. And I thought about it for a long time. And then I thought, what's the opposite? What do you say when you feel the exact opposite of burned out?
Recharged.
Recharged. And then today, another tourist used it. I feel completely recharged after that holiday. And it clicked. Like a phone, you drain, you recharge, you go again.
Burned out. Completely exhausted. Drained. Usually from too much work or pressure. I've been feeling burned out lately. And recharged. Full of energy again after rest. That holiday really recharged me. Two opposites, both incredibly useful for talking about how you feel in daily life.
And then I eat my last banana of the day. And that's it. Day complete.
How many bananas do you eat in a day?
That's a very personal question, Zara.
Okay, let's go to the word tour. 10 words from today. Bob reads each one slowly and clearly. Listeners, repeat after him. Out loud if you can, whisper if you can't, but say the words.
Ready? Let's go.
1. Routine. Routine. The regular way you do things every day. My morning routine takes about 30 minutes. Routine. 2. Naturally. Nat-ly. Without being forced. In a normal, easy way. I wake up naturally around 8. Naturally. 3. Unapologetically. Unapologetically. Without feeling sorry or ashamed about something. I am unapologetically a night person. Unapologetically. 4. Burnt out. Burnt out. Completely exhausted, usually from too much work. I've been feeling burnt out lately. Burnt out. 5. Recharged. Recharged. Full of energy again after rest. That weekend really recharged me. Recharged. 6. Without fail. Without fail. Every time. Always. Never missing. She calls every Sunday without fail. Without fail. 7. Sink in. Sink in. To be slowly absorbed and understood. Read it once and let it sink in. Sink in. 8. Made peace with. Made peace with. Accepted something you cannot change. I've made peace with being a night person. Made peace with. 9. Come alive. Come alive. To feel most energetic and most yourself. I come alive after 8 p.m. Come alive. 10. Sell yourself short. Sell yourself short. To underestimate yourself. To not give yourself enough credit. Don't sell yourself short.
10 words. Say them one more time tonight. Your brain needs repetition, not pressure.
Okay, episode 2, done.
We talked about our day. Mornings, breakfasts, tourists, evenings, and along the way, real phrases for talking about your own daily routine in natural English.
Which you can start using today, not next week, today.
Don't forget the comment question. Morning person or night person? One sentence. We're waiting.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, we're 2 gorillas in a jungle teaching English. You're not going to find that anywhere else. Just saying.
From the jungle, I'm Zara.
I'm Bob. Don't be a parrot. Parrots repeat. Primates understand.